in terms of non-believer and believer, there's when you say believer, you also are kind of implying this the idea that aliens have visited or had made direct contact with humans in some form. There's also the exploration and the idea of just alien intelligences out there in the universe.
Yeah.
The Drake equation estimating how many intelligent civilizations may be out there, how many have ever existed, how many are able to communicate with us. I mean, when you just zoom out from our own little selfish perspective of Earth and look at the entirety, let's say the Milky Way galaxy, but maybe even the universe, does the idea that there are intelligent civilizations out there something that you're excited about or something that you're terrified about?
That's a good question. So basically, I would say I'm not so keen on it. I think that our relationship with technology, as it is and as I hope it will go, will help us survive. Okay, I don't think we're equipped to do it as we stand now, but I think that if we can up our game, or let's just put it this way, if technology is an extension of ourselves, which it actually is, it will help us. Because it'll probably be smarter than us, okay? It'll help us survive in the ways in which it determines best, okay?
Yeah.
That said, if there are non-human intelligences out there and they have more advanced, obviously technologies than us, and they actually come, the history of human engagement with, other cultures has not gone well for cultures that are less aggressive. So you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
It's not a good idea.
Well, I wonder where we stand where humans stand the full spectrum of aggression.
Well, heck, where are we now, Lex? I mean, we're not too great here. We're still aggressing against each other.
No, I know, but that will give us a benefit, right? Like, oh, you're saying, I thought, okay, I see. I just have a sense that there may be a lot of intelligences out there that are less aggressive because they've evolved past it.
We can't assume that.
No, I know we can't assume that, but like,
if we can't assume it, then I'm going to assume the worst.
well, that's despite the fact that I am Russian and think that life is suffering, I tend to assume, not the best, but I tend to assume that there is a best core to creatures, to people and to creatures that ultimately wins out. I think there's an evolutionary advantage to being good to other living creatures. And so ultimately, I think that if there's intelligent civilizations out there that prosper sufficiently to be able to travel across the great spans of space, that they've evolved past silly aggression, that it's more likely in my mind to be deeply cooperative. So like growth over destruction. Like growth does not require destruction, I think. But if you see the universe as ultimately a place where it's highly constrained in resources that are necessary for traveling across space and time, then perhaps aggression is necessary in order to aggress against others that are desiring to get access to those resources. I don't know. I tend to try to be optimistic on that front.
I think I'm emotionally optimistic and intellectually non-optimistic.
Yeah, I guess I'm there with you. I tend to believe that the happiness and deep fulfillment in life is found in that emotional place. The intellectual place is really useful for building cool new technologies and ideas and so on, but happiness is in the emotional place. And there it pays off to be optimistic, I think.